I was away on a business trip, my Black Friday special Christmas gift arrived via FedEx. I thought, oh no, supervisor is at home and will get this package before I can intercept it. Well, let's see how this plays out when I get home.
What is he doing? Babe! What are you doing? Oh my gosh!
Coughing?
What did you get?
I don't know. What is
yeah,
this?
I know. All I know is it's heavy because I drug it in off the porch.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you stalking me?
Yeah, stalking you. What is that?
It's a box.
Yeah, but it's a heavy box.
It says fragile on it.
It does not say fragile. It says what's in me.
Well, it says SuperSprings.
Oh,
so we're in the winter
word.
time, so this must be a super spring coming.
No.
No. Okay. This thing is heavy.
No, it is heavy. Trust me.
Honey, let me tell you something.
Don't tell me it's good for me.
Babe, listen.
Yeah.
This will revolutionize
It
your
always
ride.
does.
You know how there's a show called Pimp Your Ride?
Yeah, no.
This is going to pimp your ride.
Oh my God.
So you know what? Eventually, I will show you what this does. But it's going to go on Frankie. Frankie's going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have a new spring in his step.
Uh-huh.
And you know what, adventure groupies? Stay tuned, because you will see the aftermath.
This video is for entertainment purposes. This video shows what I do, but not what you should do. I decided to treat myself to an early Christmas gift on a Black Friday deal from SuperSprings. The springs usually retail for this 2023 Ram ProMaster 3500 for $597.99. However, with the Black Friday deal, I saved $149.50. SuperSprings are a simple, bolt-on steel helper spring that eliminates rear end sag and stabilizes sway and body roll. Built from high-grade shot-peened steel, this suspension solution allows you to load up without sacrificing your ride quality. The SuperSpring includes a patented roller shackle on each end that allows for self-adjustment as weight is changed. This is particularly helpful as you add water, tools, or heavy gear to your vehicle. The SSA 11 model, which was purchased for my unit, has an additional load leveling capacity of 1,900 pounds.
Hello, adventure groupies, and thank you again for visiting my workshop. Today, we're going to unpack the SuperSprings that I got in. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's inside the box. A set of instructions and some mounting blocks. And then there's one SuperSpring. They have a label on here that says front, this side facing out. And then we have the other side as well. So there ain't much else in this box. Just a little cardboard, probably for burning at a campfire, but that's it. You get two springs, instructions, and some blocks. This is what the blocks look like. In the instructions, it recommends various tools to have for the job. It talks about a 3/4 inch wrench as well as a 3/4 inch socket to be put on the shackle here to loosen and unloosen. I also have a torque wrench that I will be using. And the torque wrench would be used to set the foot-pounds on the shackle once it's in place. It also talks about wheel chocks, a large C-clamp. I also have some jack stands, and then I have a floor jack that's rated for 3 tons. Now I know 3 tons is roughly, a ton is 2,000 pounds, so 3 tons would be 6,000 pounds. Frankie weighs around 9,000 pounds, but I'm not picking up the entire frame of Frankie, I'm just picking up the rear end area, so I feel 3 tons would be adequate. Again, what I'm doing here on this particular video is showing you what I would do. I'm not telling you what you do. So this video is for entertainment purposes only. And hopefully the entertainment is everything works well and nothing goes wrong. But just to kind of show you, these pads right here, it says in the instructions that when you put these springs on, that the bolts should be positioned or aligned towards the outside of the vehicle. And again, there's stickers here, and then also here's the pads that go on the spring itself when you put it in the unit. So we'll see this shortly. Stay tuned. While I'm doing this job, I have my supervisor right there filming me on her cam. Yahoo! She's here for moral support. All right, so what we've done here is we moved Frankie in an angle here, and I'm going to measure the height of the van prior to the spring installation, write down that information, and then we'll measure it to see what it's like after the installation. One of the things that we did was I did put the parking brakes on, and I chocked the front wheels. You see the trucks. I chocked the front wheels there on both sides. Now what's funny is when you put the parking brake on, it only secures the rear tires, not the front. So when the car is in park, you're relying on the transmission to keep the car from moving forward, but we've got it blocked, so we should be okay. So the height of this is 31 inches, 31 3/4. And this one's 31 1/2. I also took a measurement from the Level Mate Pro Plus to see what the measurements were on the front tires versus the rear prior to install. One thing I found out is I can install these springs without taking out this tire. In fact, if I use the jack here on the back of the van and lift up by the hitch, I provide enough ground clearance for those sumo springs to lift off the leaf spring itself. So I have my 4 wheels on the ground, and I'll be able to install the leaf spring and then lower it back down on the sumo spring back on the super spring. I used my 3-ton jack to raise Frankie by the hitch receiver, and then I lowered Frankie onto the 2 jack stands. The jack stands were positioned on either side of the hitch. The rear tires did not come off the ground. All I was doing was raising the body. So we have FEMA, or no? FEMA. We have OSHA here. OSHA dog. Everything look good? I have my There was enough space under the van, since it has been lifted, to maneuver the super spring underneath and also get in that black spacer pad. Okay, so
hey, your head's in the way. Can you get up?
Yeah. Okay, Harold. See how this thing is bringing it down?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to get to the first holes. At this point, I start using my C-clamp to provide tension or force to bring the spring down so that I can put in the roller in the holes. And you'll notice on my C-clamp that I do not have a flat anvil at the bottom.
which will cause a certain problem coming up.
Put the metal sleeve in the plastic. Gotta still come down a little bit more.
Will it not rub on that?
Yeah, it will. It's supposed to rub on this because it moves like that. And the bolt goes in this way.
I promised I would share the good, the bad, and the ugly, and in this particular case, you'll see why you need to watch that clamp closely. And good thing my fingers were out of the way. I came away with all my digits.
And that's what I was afraid of. It's under tension. Looking from this angle, you can see that the super spring is now in position in the front part of the wheel. And then we also did the back part of the wheel. And I'll be lowering the van down, and then the Suma spring will then rest itself on the super spring, and there's that pad.
So do you think it should do the front first or the back first?
Should do the front first. No,
The back.
the back first. So I recommend you do the back first and then the front spring. It's a lot easier. And these bolts right here, you tighten to 35 foot-pounds. So I've got a torque wrench. So right here we have the pipe from the generator. So it was harder to get this leaf or the super spring in, so I had to move it all the way to the forward and move it back. And now I'll put the adapter down there, and we should be good to go.
Did you know you needed the adapter?
The adapter comes with the kit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, okay, thank you. All right, welcome to the finished product. One of the things I had to do was move this exhaust pipe on the generator. I just loosened those bolts. I had to put some penetrating oil in there to open up the rust, and I just twisted the pipe over, and we are now clear. So Frankie now has a set of super springs. I'm going to lower the rig and then take measurements again.
This particular picture shows the different configurations that you can use to set the lower bolt roller to determine what type of ride or tension you'd like on your coach, from a low to a medium to a high and then to a max. You can make that decision of what you want to do. I picked the lowest setting on my coach.
With the rig lowered, my exhaust pipe is not touching, but it's close to the super spring. So I'll have to adjust that exhaust pipe out a little bit more. As you can see, now that I moved the tailpipe of the generator, I have adequate room. So now on the driver's side, we're 33 inches of lift, and we were 31 and a half. So we lifted up about 1.5 inches. So 33 on this side. No. 33. The other one was 31 3/4. And it is 33. So 33 on both sides.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, they were only off a quarter of an inch, so no big deal. It's right in the range. So then I will also now take a look at the Pro Leveler that's in my rig to see what it shows as inches now, before and after. You know, so when we get into a campsite, I know exactly how many inches we need to go. Just looking on the side of Frankie, you can tell that the back is lifted a little bit, which is good. So that means my motor generator skid plate underneath is also up approximately 1.5 inches. So we took Frankie
for a ride just to test to see how the springs worked, and Belinda and Arrow were in the back along with Freya. And I can tell you that the coach does handle differently. You can tell there's a difference in the sway and roll of the unit as you go around turns. So time will tell. We are planning to take this on our 30-year wedding anniversary down to Key West in January, and we'll see how the SuperSprings perform. Thank you again for watching our videos.